Dame Darcy, all the way here from Savannah, Georgia.
Thanks, guys.
Henry O'Donnell, all the way here from and Kris Evans with Cameron. Yeah, this is a really special evening, and I'm really excited to have all three of these folks reading tonight. Dame Darcy, you might have chatted with her already. She's hanging out in the back doing tarot. She's going to do a reading as well, but I don't really want to do too much of an intro. A couple housekeeping things. If you need to use a restroom, there's one in the back. Just
Kris Evans!
Hi everybody, thanks for being here. I'm a little nervous. So I wanted to talk to you guys tonight about a project I did this year that's a little bit of a rabbit hole, and I'm the kind of creative that likes to do research with my projects, and rabbit hole pretty heavy. And so, I hope this isn't too loud. So my rabbit hole for tonight is Sonic the Hedgehog. So this is something, I'm 50, and I'm a real late comer to Sonic the Hedgehog. So I've played lots of video games my whole Gen X life, and I like to cook, and I like to put on a movie while I cook. So earlier this year, I was like looking on Canopy, and the first Sonic movie was there, and I was like, sure, I'll put this on and make some cornbread. And I was like, wow, this movie is really great. Of my cat, in a way. Where, like, does anybody have a cat, and you guys know your cat's like, I'm tough, I will just murder some mice, you know, and they have, like, they just scratch their pole, and they're just, like, tough little tigers, but you're like, you're just really cute, and I just want to cuddle you, and I feel like Knuckles is the same way. My cat's like, yeah, I'm a tiny tiger. Sonic movie. Any of them is Jim Carrey's a freak. He's amazing. Yes. And I was like, I need more of this. All right. I'm fast and I win at talking too much too.
This comic is boring. You use too much product. Also, I can outblank you. Watch me. I crave snacks.
Why not learn to bake then?
Who are you? And what is this bake?
I'm the artist. And bake or baking is how you make snacks, dude. Let me show you.
Brilliant.
First, we put on these aprons. Into their mind's eye. This rave will be a perfect place to celebrate, release, and maybe even fight some demons. Thank you. Sure.
Oh, yeah, wow. Thanks, everybody. Look, we're entering into a trance with this Arthur Russell. Yeah, my name is Lily. Thank you all for coming out. This is like the best thing ever. Thank you so much, Kris Evans, for that amazing rave story. We're going to hear another rave story later, so I feel like we're entered into rave space here. Yeah, thank you so much, Dame Darcy, for coming. Thank you, Secret Room, for having this put on. This is like the best thing ever. I actually met Dame Darcy because she was my tarot card reader a couple months ago, and she gave me such a crazy tarot card reading that like a bunch of my friends wanted to get one as well. And so like 10 different friends all over the world got a reading from her. And then after that, she told me that she's coming to Portland for something else. And it was like, this is also cosmically connected. So I'm happy that we're all a part of this journey together. Yeah, I'm a little nervous. I'm kind of a nervous presenter, but here we go. I'm going to read 4 comics for you guys. Yeah, and I guess I'll just begin here. Okay, so the first comic is called Motorcycle Energy. In Portland, the streetcars have their thin tracks lining most of the major roads. I always feared my bike tire would get stuck in this. The other night, my fears came true. I fell on Grand at night and traffic was coming fast.
Oh my God, I hope that you're okay.
You're in it with me. A figure came out of nowhere. He saved me from getting hit. He had a lit candle in his hand. He came over to check if I was okay. Thank you for saving my life. Oh my gosh, I've saved a goddess. Oh my God, stop. I don't know a goddess. We continued chatting. He asked if I had any change, and I gave him everything I had, which was maybe $7. Wow, thanks. Well, you saved me. That's me being Miss Moneybags with my tips from work. Wow, thank you. Say, has anyone ever told you your hair looks like fire? Oh my God, stop. You're too sweet. You know, I actually have heard that before. I mounted my bike to go for the night when he said one last thing to me. By the way, I don't even know why you bother with that bike. You've got motorcycle energy.
Yay!
These are like for sale too. Tonight they're only 10 for you guys because I really appreciate you guys showing up. But I thought it could be like Catholic school where like the nun reads the thing and everybody looks at the books. So we just have, we might need to end up sharing a couple of them.
And then we're attempting some AV club stuff over here for enhanced
I like the
visual
POV.
Okay, yeah.
Whoa.
Technology tonight. I'm shaking a lot. Okay, so are we ready? You guys are so ready. We're all ready. Okay. So so it's called High School Hijinks, Home on Deranged by Dame Darcy, and my friend in the book is named Standing Holy White Thunder, and she was adopted by Mormons as a kid and then wanted to leave her. The Mormon cult didn't want to deal, not like it's all bad, but I'm just saying. I'm not Christian. So she ends up getting a day job, having to spend her money on an apartment that she has to live in at age 16, that she has to go to her job after school and doesn't know where her family is, and it was really hard for her. She finally finds her grandma, and then this book is written when she's 17 years old, living at her grandma's house. Okay, and we're pals. And she found a home in the punk and goth community in the 80s in high school that I was part of. So that's why we're friends. So that's a little backstory. Okay, so the first page is the song by the Smiths, because we used to listen to this song a lot. You shut your mouth, how can you say I go about things the wrong way? I am human and I need to be loved just like everybody else does. We know that song. Okay, so thanks. So it was the usual chaos in the hollowed halls of high school. Students moving in waves, bursting with hormones and energy, rusty and dusty, husky redneck jocks with mullets and cowboy boots, football jerseys and 80s acid wash jeans. Their main agenda was to dominate everyone into submission. And he's going, ha ha ha. And then there's the rest of us. Super white Mormon girls with highly flammable, crunchy big hair. A lighter sends them into a panic. They drank the Kool-Aid and had sexy baby voices. Rusty is dreamy. Foreign exchange students, weirdos, smart nerds who mostly also hung out with the gays, goths, and punks, Native American and Latino kids. Heshers with jean jackets who were stoners into death metal, driving their El Camino to school, and sporting extremely large hair. We got along good enough, but don't mistake death rock, which is what the goth genre was called in the 80s, for death metal. I was wearing a vintage cape with white hair over a belted trash bag dress. Like in prison, everyone had their coping mechanism. If you don't want to be the jock's bitch, then you had to make them laugh or be scary. I was a mix of both, clowning around with a crucifix that was really a hidden switchblade. I was wearing Blade Runner makeup, and another fun look, antique Victorian morning gown with a black shawl over my head and opera-length gloves. After the bell rang and most people had left the building, so I was alone, Rusty shoved me against a locker. They didn't know I had cracked in junior high, so I had nothing to lose. You better watch your back, freak. I'll rape you and I won't be alone. And his brother's like, ha ha. And I said, oh yeah? Game fucking on, loser. He raised his hand like he was going to bitch slap me, but then the principal saw him was coming, so instead he slicked back his greasy mullet. Get lost, Rusty. You got inbred breath. After meeting up with Standing Holy White Thunder, we started walking to her Native American grandma's house. Rusty and Dusty's jacked up pickup truck with a gun rack made from deer hooves honked loudly. Fuck you, wavers. New wave is their only counterculture reference. That's why they called us that. And then Standing Holy White Thunder said, Rusty and Dusty, their IQ equals one quarterback with a hangover. While exploring around her basement, we discovered some Daisy BB guns. We can make use of these. Oh, and look, Darcy, our school yearbook lists Rusty and Dusty's home address because they're such superstars. It's great the resources one can find in your grandma's basement, Standing Holy. Let's go to the twins' house tonight. At midnight, I climbed out my bedroom window and down the tree to my 1988 Isuzu iMark I got by saving up money from my 2 jobs. It had a gear shift, so I put it in neutral and pushed it silently up the street and started the engine. Across town, Standing Holy was waiting outside her grandma's house near the elderberry bushes when I rolled up, whispering, "Get in." Fortunately for us, Rusty and Dusty's house was near an off-road through some trees a dirt road led to. Spooky. And we had adapted a road map, Rusty and Dusty's house. We shut off the engine and put the car in neutral where it rolled to a stop near the twins' house. There it is. Then we parked the car on the dirt road behind the trees. We ran through the woods and hid in the ditch across from the twins' house. Standing Holy shot out the streetlight. Ping! Crash! Raining broken glass into the bed of Rusty's truck. My heart was pounding. Holy hell, that was loud. Felt like I could almost die trying not to laugh too loud, and her eyes were wide in mock seriousness. It's not funny. And she put her hand over my mouth because I was snickering so loud, which made me laugh even worse. Now only the light of the full moon is illuminating the yard. Well, looky here, a hose by an open basement window. Squick, squick, squick.
Wow.
Is a flooded basement equal to 1 rape threat? I think not. What else should we do? Oh, look, it's some barbecue lighter fluid and a lighter. And the old family wooden picnic table. Looks like Rusty and Dusty were good boys helping Mom rake up all the leaves. So Standing Holy and I dragged the picnic table to the front of the house, dumped the leaves on it, and set it on fire, laughing like witches. Burn, burn, burn. Then jumped back into the ditch to see what would happen. Rusty and Dusty's dad came outside and started yelling, "What the blazes?" We shot him with the BB gun. Ping, ping, I'm calling the cops. When Rusty and Dusty's dad ran into the back of the house to get the hose, when Rusty and Dusty's dad ran to the back of the house to get the hose, he saw the hose. Damn it. And then the cops' siren started. Woo! That's when we heard the sirens off in the distance. So we took that opportunity to run back into the woods, cackling like witches, because we knew that they would hear us, and they would know it was me later. As the fire truck and cops arrived, we rolled the car in neutral silently back to the main road, with the sirens blasting. As we got onto the main road, we started up the engine and let out the tension of the mission by screaming and high fives. Woo! That was such a relief. And then the sirens were going the other way. The cops were driving past us on the same main road and didn't see us. While I clutched the wheel and lay on the gas, laughing my guts out, Standing Holy White Thunder holds a stick from the woods like a news anchor mic. At this point, dear viewer, you may be thinking we went too far. But the boys and their dad were entitled white guys who needed to be taught a lesson. And what is that lesson, you may ask? Frocks, not jocks. Thanks, guys. Yes, and witches, not bitches. The next day, nobody can prove we did it, but everyone will know we did. We will get royal respect now. The twins pay forever for their gay bashing and rape threats. For the rest of their lives, they'll never do it again. And so mote it be. Graphics, going to the San Francisco Art Institute, moving to New York City to Alphabet City in the squat, starting my career in New York, and then being a 9/11 witness, all in the pursuit of just surviving and being a cartoonist and living my life on my terms. It's all in this book, and if you're interested in that, and I can sign it for you, whatever, join my mailing list at davedarcy.com to stay in touch. And this is a animated comic from Meat Cake that is on YouTube on my Dave Darcy channel. Starting in the new year, I'm gonna start doing a kind of live stream channel with a lot of stuff going on. So if you guys wanna tune in, that's gonna start in the new year. And I'm just learning the technology to kind of make it the way I really want it to be for now, yeah. So just that's for plans. That's plans for the new year too. Yeah, thanks guys.
Sail is down, ship sunk by siren storm. How boring. This always happens. Daydreaming. This is where it really gets good. Like last week when I was romancing that millionaire in the tropics, Duke Stringley Stickington Easby the Fourth. Oh, Duke, your hair is